Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I know it's been a little while. Obviously, I've been very busy with the baby, but I am back at work. As you can see, I'm back in my school library. So today I thought we would do an unboxing video. We are going to unbox the little monthly book box I get. I haven't done this in a while, but I'm a little bit behind with the baby and everything. I think I've got 3 boxes of books back in there that need to be unboxed. So I thought, why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone and show you guys, and also get to preview the books, which is part of my job, to show, to be able to tell kids what a book is about and recommend them. So here is the box I'm going to do today. There are 6 books, I believe, in here. So sorry if it was a little shaky there. I just realized I have this sitting on the table. All right. I have taken out all the packaging and stuff like that, but I have not previewed these books yet, so I have no idea what they are or what they are about. So the first one is called Yesterday is History. Okay, I've never heard about this on BookTube. I'm going to be honest. A lot of these usually I've heard of on BookTube because people always talk about the same books, but I've never heard of this one. It's by somebody named Kosako Jackson. Never heard of them either. So let's see what it's about. It says, a little less than 24 hours ago, you did something extraordinary. Ooh, I like the you. I wonder if this could potentially be written in second person point of view. That would be really weird. No, it's not. Okay, but I like that on the back though. Something you might not understand, might want to think was a dream or can't explain. I'm here to tell you what happened to you did actually happen. You did jump through time, and you are, for all intents and purposes, a time traveler. Okay, so Yesterday is History, so it's a time traveling novel. It says it puts a clever spin on it. It's a sweet, unputdownable love story. Oh, okay. It's a love story, but about time travel. Okay, I'm really intrigued. So I'm gonna read a little bit more and I'll tell you what I find out about it. Okay, so this is already super weird. I just read the first little bit of the summary and it says that it's about a kid who gets a liver transplant and he starts to feel really weird, passes out, and wakes up in the past. And it's because his new liver came with some side effects of the time travel variety. It transports him to 1969, where he connects with Michael, who's a boy that lived in his own house 50 years ago. I'm assuming it's the guy that gave him the liver as well, or what? I don't know. Anyway, he goes back to present day where the family, no, wait, what am I talking about? Of course, somebody from 1969 didn't give him a liver. I'm pretty sleepy, as you can tell. This baby has me a little bit sleep deprived. Anyway, so he meets with the liver donor and is waiting to explain the ins and outs of time travel. So they know. They've tasked their youngest son, Blake, with teaching Andre how to use his unexpected gift. Oh, that's kind of neat. I like that. So I think it's the relationship between Michael and Blake. Yeah, the guy from the past. Yeah, I think so. So one's in the past, one's in the present. Andre has to figure out where he belongs. You know, this kind of reminds me, I don't know why, but for some reason I'm thinking of like Umbrella Academy season 2 with like time travel, because did some of them want to stay in the past? See, I think they did. I can't remember. But anyway, that sounds really neat, honestly. So I've never heard about this one on BookTube. So if anybody has read this, let me know, or if you've heard anything about it, and I'll have to look up some reviews and see. I don't know if this is his first book. Oh yeah, this is his debut novel. So okay, pretty cool. The next book I see is a book that I have heard of, and I'm not going to talk too much about it because I see this on BookTube constantly. It's called A Sky Beyond the Storm, which is an Ember in the Ashes novel by Saba Tahir, and I hear about her all the time. I had no idea the book was this big though. Oh my goodness. I think this is the 4th and final book in the series. Not sure what the series is called, but I know, yeah, the first one's Ember in the Ashes. I think that's just the name of the series. Then A Torch Against the Night, Reaper at the Gates, and then now this is the conclusion, Sky Beyond the Storm. So I know it's a fantasy novel set in, is it kind of like it's definitely in another world, obviously, but I can't remember what the inspiration was for it. I'm looking, maybe like Indian, or you all might have to correct me, but I don't know much about this, and honestly, I don't want to know, but I just know that this is a really popular series, and this is the last book in it, so there's really not much else to talk about with this one. Let's get into the next one. I've never heard of this one. I've heard of the other one that I see done in there, so let's do this one. This one's called The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharp. Okay, well, that's interesting. Has she been different girls? I don't know. Oh, wait. The barcode's covering this up, but it says something about 2 bank robbers, 1 way out. Okay, so the back just says, there's hardly anything on the back. It just says, perfect daughters commit perfect crimes. Oh my gosh, okay, a book about bank robbery. I mean, you don't see that very often in young adult books. And for some reason, some of the pages are gray and some are white. So are the gray ones, I guess, a different character? It looks like, or something. Like this chapter, okay, maybe this is a spoiler, but this chapter is called 9:47 a.m., 35 minutes captive. Okay, I'm intrigued. So, oh, this one's called phone transcript. Okay, so it's a little bit like mixed media format with some transcripts, things like that. That is pretty fascinating. Okay, let's see what it's about. Oh my gosh, this sounds fascinating. I want to read this immediately. This is going on my TBR, and I don't know why no one has talked about it, but it's basically it's the girl who's the daughter of a con artist who targets criminal men. It says she grew up as her mother's protege. So it was her mom that was the criminal. But when her mom fell for the mark instead of conning him, Nora pulled the ultimate con, escape. For 5 years, Nora's been playing it normal, but she needs to dust off the skills she ditched because she has 3 problems. And like her ex walked in on her with her girlfriend. Let's see. So definitely some things about that. But then, and then the third thing is right after they enter the bank, 2 guys start robbing it. The bank robbers may be trouble, but they have no idea who they're really holding hostage. So she's going to have to escape from this bank robbery while being held hostage, but she's the daughter of a con artist, so she's got all these like crazy skills, but she hasn't used them in a long time, so now she's got to come back and reuse them. So, oh my gosh, that sounds fascinating. Is she a teenager? Like, I don't even know. Because it says 5 years later, so I feel like she must be a little bit older or something. I don't know. Anyway, that sounds fascinating, and I'm going to read this immediately. Okay, book number 3. I think I've heard of this one. I see this one a lot on BookTube. I think it's really new. It's called Rebel Daughter by Lori Benov-Kaufman. Lori Kaufman, that sounds familiar. All it says on the back is Esther knew the road she was supposed to take, but she didn't want to travel it, at least not yet. She wanted to see where the other roads went first. Okay, so is it fantasy? She dreams of much more than a marriage arranged by her parents to a prosperous silversmith. Yet she is torn between her family responsibilities and her own desires. She longs for the handsome Jacob, but she's attracted to the Roman freedman Tiberius. Oh wait, Roman. Oh, so is this kind of like a historical fiction? It says, meanwhile, growing turmoil threatens to tear apart not only her beloved city, Jerusalem, but also her own family. As the streets turn into a bloody battleground between rebels and Romans, Esther's journey becomes one of survival. She remains fiercely devoted to her family and braves famine, siege, and slavery to protect those she loves. Oh, it says it's based on a true story. And there's a lot of meticulous research that went into this to tell the fascinating story of the Jewish people, with a timeless protagonist determined to take charge of her own life against all odds. So yeah, it is historical fiction. That actually sounds pretty cool. Rebel Daughter. I don't think I would read it just because I don't really like historical fiction very well, but honestly, the fact that this is something besides a World War II historical fiction, which is like probably half of our library's collection is based on World War II, that, you know, it's a totally different setting, I feel like that's going to be pretty interesting. We have 2 books left. I've heard of this one, so let's go ahead and do it, and then we'll do the new one last. Sorry, I know this is shaking the camera, but okay. So this book is huge. Oh my gosh, it's massive. I did not realize that. I've heard of plain Bad Heroines. In fact, I think I specifically picked this book. Like I went through and changed one of the selections to make sure I got this one because I'd heard so much about it. I believe it's an Alex Award winning book, or at least a nominee, which is like awards for adult books that also appeal to young adults. So it's probably why this book is so long. Because it's actually an adult novel, but it is also geared towards young adults. So I've heard about this constantly on BookTube. Oh my gosh, the font is really small. Wow. Okay, yeah, so this is a really long book. It's like over 600 pages. Okay, so I know I've heard mixed reviews too about whether it's good or bad. It's by Emily M. Danforth with illustrations. So are there illustrations in this? Let me see. Oh yeah, so wait, I saw one. Hang on. There's not too many, but I'll show you one if I can find another one. There's one. So they're black and white. Here we go. There are illustrations. That's kind of neat. Something different. Okay, so let's see what this thing's about. So basically it's set in 1902 at a school for girls, and these 2 girls, Flo and Clara, it says are both impressionable students, and they are obsessed with each other. And with a daring young writer named Mary McLean, the author of a scandalous best-selling memoir. So apparently they start their own society together called the Plain Bad Heroine Society, which just sounds really funny. They meet in secret. Let's see, it says they meet in secret in a nearby apple orchard, the setting of their wildest happiness and ultimately their macabre deaths. Oh, this is where their bodies are later discovered with a copy of Mary's book splayed beside them. The victims of a swarm of stinging, angry yellow jackets. Interesting. Later, less than 5 years later, the school closes its doors forever, but not before 3 more people mysteriously die on property, each in a most troubling way. And then over a century later, okay, so it's set basically in modern times. Oh, okay, I thought it was gonna be set in the past. All right. So set in modern times, this writer wants to publish a book about haunted and cursed like institutions or something. So her book inspires a horror film. Wow, okay, this is all over the place. They cast somebody to play Flo and then somebody else to play Clara, and both of these people, it says the school opens its gates again and our three modern heroines arrive on set to begin filming. Past and present become grimly entangled, and soon it's impossible to tell where the curse leaves off and Hollywood begins. Oh my gosh, the story, it keeps going. It's a story within a story within a story within a story, and has black and white period inspired illustrations. It's a masterwork of metafiction. Okay, this sounds really intriguing but complicated. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of that book S that I did a book video about, where it's like it really is a story within a story within a story. But you can check out that video. It's about the weirdest book I've ever seen. Anyway, this does sound super weird. I'm gonna have to read more about it. I mean, it sounds really confusing. I see audition tapes or something in here, so it's a little bit mixed media maybe. I see an interlude. I see footnotes. Oh gosh, books with footnotes. Sometimes I get a little bit tired of having to go down and read the footnotes every time, but okay, so it's pretty complex for sure, but I might check into it a little bit further to see if I'd want to read it. And we are on to the last book. So the last one is one I've never heard of on BookTube before, and it's called The Meet Cute Project by Rhiannon Richardson. So here it is. I mean, from the cover, I'm gonna guess it's romance. Also the title, but the amount of pink and purple and red on this is pretty extravagant. So this book, it says, is a sweet and honest rom-com that you don't want to miss. All right, so let's read about it. It says, doesn't that defeat the purpose of a meet cute? Oh, this is a little excerpt from the book. It says, if it's planned and on purpose, I ask. Well, maybe you just need to give yours a little nudge. Like you see a cute guy walking down the hallway and you accidentally drop your notebook right in front of him. Or you stumble into his arms and he catches you. Abigail cuts in, wrapping her arms around herself theatrically. Or maybe you see a boy who drops something and you stop to help him, Sloane says. That kind of stuff just doesn't ... happen ... But I'm guessing it does in this book. And that's all it says. So what is this actually about? It says, Mia's friends love rom-coms. Mia hates them. Okay, I do too, so maybe I'll like this. Let's see, they're silly, contrived, and not at all realistic. Okay, besides, there are more important things to worry about, like how to deal with living with her bridezilla sister Sam, who never appreciated her, surviving junior year, and she's in like every club the school offers, and aces all of her classes. So she's tasked with finding a date to her sister's wedding, and her options are practically non-existent. Mia's friends, however, have an idea. It's a little crazy, a little out there, and a lot inspired by the movies they love, and that Mia begrudgingly watches too. Mia just needs a meet cute. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, there might be a reason I've never heard about this on BookTube. Probably because it just sounds kind of ridiculous. It's probably just me, but I don't think I would read this book. I'm sure people that love this type of story that want rom-coms would go for it. Oh, she's from Ohio. How cool. I was gonna see if this was her debut novel. It does not say, but I have never heard of this author before, so it is possible. Okay, so there you go. There are 6 books that you might be interested in checking out. I'm definitely interested in them. The one I'm most interested in is The Girls I've Been. That sounds fascinating. So check that one out if you want to. Let me know how it is. But yeah, something about the bank robbery aspect and the fact that she is a con artist kind of herself, but she's got to escape from the bank robbers. That just sounds awesome. So anyway, I'm gonna read this one, and I will do another video later that reviews it. So I will let you know my thoughts on it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again later. Bye.